Hi, I just wanted to spend a little time today showing you this new web building platform. I guess it's called a web building platform, I don't know. It's some software that's online which I've used to build loads of websites. Now, I am not a coder. I don't know very much about code at all. I can pretty much just about work out how to make something bold or italic in when I'm looking at HTML on WordPress pages, but apart from that I have no clue what I'm doing, which is why I love Igloo so much. So if you take a look at Igloo, this is what you get when you log into Igloo. I'm not going to show you my login account in case you want to use my password. No, I'm only joking, that wouldn't happen. But here's what happens. You log into Igloo, nice clean dashboard area. You can join their Facebook group or look at their blog and whatever on the right hand side here, but that's not probably why you want to look at this. What we want to do is create pages for your blog, for your site. So the good thing about this is that it can be used by anyone. Originally it was created by the people who made it to specifically really for marketing people. So you can create great sales pages straight away. But you can also, with a bit of imagination, use it for all sorts of different things. I'm just going to show you how quickly and easily you can create a new page. So the way I do it is I go into campaigns and I'll create a new campaign. Alright, so here are some of the campaigns I've made. There's loads of them down here. I made a test page for someone. There's my worship team page because I'm involved in the worship team at a local church. Affiliate marketing stuff. Anyway, so here you go. You create a new campaign. So I'm going to create this one. I'm going to call it Igloo Demo Campaign. And I'm going to create that. And what you get is on the left here, you get all this, this way your pages are going to be basically. So you create a new page. And when you log in, you can have all these templates that are already here. So if you want to create a page where you capture someone's email address, so you're giving away something free in exchange for an email, you can use any of these. They come free with software. Create a landing page, webinar page. So if you're going to deliver some sort of online content, like a webinar or an online seminar, then use that. Upsell pages, affiliate pages. All of these are great because they're templates. You just have to change the images around, change what's written in them, and you're ready to go. I, however, like to start with a blank page. So give the page a name. So Igloo Demo Page 1, and then edit the page. And here's what happens. The page loads up. And you're going to decide what you want in terms of how you want it laid out. Now, personally, on this occasion, I'm going to put a menu at the top followed by some content underneath. So in the top column here, I'm going to put in probably 4 columns because I want to put my logo here and some menu options here. So here's what I do. On the left hand side, you select your layout basically. So here's an image, drop it onto there. And here are the what I'm going to call the menu words, I guess, the menu options. So I would normally just put not that one. Good thing is, quickly delete it. I meant to click on headline, which is one underneath it. So put headline there, headline there, headline there. Now the way I normally build things is I will get the layout done and then work on actually sort of fixing it up a bit. So what you do, once you've got that set up, you add another section, and this time I'm going to have one column with a video in it. There's a video, and you can resize this video quite quickly by just moving the width on the side here. Click on settings, change the width. Done. Close that. Following that, underneath here, I'm going to put in another. I'm going to put in 2 columns with an image on the right, and a headline, and underneath this headline I'm going to add some text. So you can see how quickly and easily you can start building up the page. Once you've done that, I'm going to add in a new section because I want this next section to be a little bit interesting. So I'm going to add 2 columns with an image here. Oops. Scroll up, there we go, image there. And again, it's very similar layout. Headline there, text here, and underneath here I'm going to put in an email capture page. Put it down here somewhere. Where's it gone? Where did I put it? Sorry, I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put in this email just there. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Okay, so here's our page. It's basically a simple page, all set up. So I'm just going to select here. I'm going to add in an image. So let's put in here. Let's put in a logo. There's the logo. I'm going to resize it quickly. Resizing it to about there. Let's change this. So just highlight that and go blog. Click here, go buy. Click here and go about us. Now you might notice that this is actually not in line with the center of the logo. That's okay, because what you can just do very quickly is you come down here to settings for this, and you can move the top margin slightly and it brings it right down in line. If you've taken note of that number, it says 13 there, you can, or let's just move down a bit more, let's go with 15, then just do the same here, just type it in, 16, and then same with this one, settings there, 16. Done. Now everything's in line. You can make this linked somewhere. You click on settings here. It's all fairly straightforward. So you open a URL and you type in the URL here. http onlinefreedom.co.business, and you can have it open in the same window or in a new window. It's entirely up to you. Close that, click save, and it saves everything. And again, you can do the same here. You can change where this goes to and so on. So here we go. You just make it into a link basically. This problem with my mouse, doesn't always do what I want it to do. So you insert the link, http, oops, too many T's, onlinebusiness.co, sorry, oops, onlinefreedom.co.business, and so on, and then you can put whatever link you want there. So, and you have it open in a new tab if you like. So insert, and then you do the same for the others. It's a simple way of creating a menu. You can change the colors and so on in a minute, and I'll show you how to do that. Now, you might think that this is actually very nice. So let's change the color, the background color here. So click on the color. I'm going to go with black, and then I'm going to make this writing white. Now you can do it in a different order. Just go there. Oops. Settings, make it white. Here, make it white. There we go. So that's a simple way of doing it. There's a simple menu. You could of course turn these into buttons, and I'll just show you how to do that here. So let's just delete this quickly, delete that, and then put in a button. in case you wanted something a little bit different. So here's a button, click there, and then you can change what's written in the button by going blog and click on settings, and you can change pretty much everything about it. You change where it is, you can change its size, you can change it however you want. My favorite thing about this is if you click on here, sorry, this one, you get a number of different options for button, basically templates. So I really like, let's go with this one, that one there, settings. Let's change the border color, make it white, and let's change the text. Where's the text style here? Make this white as well. There we go. And in here you do the action, which is going to be open a URL. Again, type it in, onlinefreedom.co.business, and it opens in a new window. And you can do the same with these others as well. You can add in some blogs. Now I just want to show you something really quickly, which I really love. So I'm going to delete this one, add in a button, call it buy. Oops, buy. Obviously you could change that button to make it look nice like the other ones, but what I'm going to do is just go to settings and show you what this can do. So here, the action here is to open a pop-up, and we haven't got a pop-up created yet, but that's okay, because what you do is you go here, you create a pop-up, let's call it buy pop-up. Create pop-up, and here you can do the same thing again. So you can add an image. Oops, sorry, click on new row. Let's go with 2 columns, add an image, add some text, select all this, buy our new cars, just click here, and then you can put a button underneath somewhere. Oops, well, I've done that again. So 1 column with a big button underneath, buy a car now. Obviously you can change all these colors, and here's what you do to add a picture. So you select the image, upload an image. So I'm going to select files from my desktop. I've got a nice green car here, I think. Here we go. It uploads it, processes it, adds it at the top here. So there we go. And then you can edit this. So you click on here, you can add a border. So let's give it a nice, a groove border. I don't know what that is. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. And close that. And then obviously the button would do would go wherever you tell it to go. The other thing I want to show you quickly while we're on this is, where's it gone? Sorry, oops, sorry, not on this bit. So here we have, on this button here, we have what is called animations and spark animations and so on. Now enter animation is when the website loads. So you can have it so that it slides. Let's have this one sliding down. This one button slides down like that, and it starts when it's visible. And then what you can do is you can have it just swing a little bit, make that last 2 seconds, probably too long, and give it a 1 second delay. And you can also have it so that when you hover the mouse over it, it grows, and you can see the effect here. Or you can have it pulse, or whatever you want. I like, personally, I'm a big fan of the grow event. effect, sorry. So there's that, save that. And here we can add a video. So let's add a video. You can add a video from anywhere, basically from YouTube. So what I'll do is I'll just go to YouTube and find a fast car video, seeing as we seem to be on the fast car thing. Oh no, oops. Let's try that again. Wait for everything to load before I start typing. YouTube.com. Here we go. Some weird pictures here. See what my kids have been looking at. Mainly Lady Gaga and X Factor by the looks of things. So fast cars footage. Here we go. World's fastest car. Okay, let's click here. So then you just literally get the video URL, go over to Igloo, add it in here, and you can have it to autoplay or not autoplay, depending on what you want. So let's leave autoplay on, save that, come down here and fill this out a bit. Fast cars are awesome. Here is, oops, add an extra. Here's some information on our awesome cars. You could own a car like this too. So add another picture, upload an image, and we're going to go with, I don't know, what's this one? That looks nice. It uploads. There it is, appears there. So we add that in. There's a nice picture there. You can change the size of the picture if you want it to be a bit smaller. So maybe do that. Give it a nice border. And we'll get through. We'll show you some of the background and stuff in a minute. So this is now a new section. And what we can do with this section is we can put a video background if you like. So you change this, width is full width, and the background type can be color, gradient, image, whatever you want it to be. So let's make it a gradient color background with one of them being white and the second color being black. Let's see how that looks. So what that does, it gives it this nice little effect at the bottom. So it starts dark at the bottom, fading into a nice white. So here we'll add another image. Let's upload a new image. Let's go with this one. Choose. There it is. That goes in there. And go enter competition to win this car. Add a load of text in there about your competition, whatever you want it to be. Then here at the bottom you have your name, your email. You can change everything about this again. So the input, what it looks like, you can change the button layout, so the color of the text, the size, the letter spacing, everything about it. You can change the background color, so let's make this, I don't know, orange. You can change the background shadow, which is just down here, the button shadow. I personally like to make this black, or if it's on a black background, I'll make it a nice sort of grey colour. But then what I do is I give it some blurring, blur it a bit and move it to one side. Probably not that blurred. just to give it a nice little bit of, just so that button pops a little bit. And let's give it some mouse hover animation. I'll make it grow a bit. Okay, so let's save this. So here's our very simple website. You got your blog button there, your buy button, and so on. And then what you want to do obviously is preview it. Now, don't get me wrong, I would put in a lot more effort into this in terms of if I was creating this as a real site. So what you can do is two things. One, you can preview it just as it would appear on the internet as you know it. Here we go. This is playing straight away already, showing you some nice footage of this Venom GT, which is quite a nice car by the looks of things. Some text about fast cars being great, some images, a nice gradient style, and then here you can fill in your name and so on. Alex, my email, blah blah blah, blah blah.com, and then you click join. At the moment I'm not linked this to anything, so it won't do anything, but it just gives you an idea of how quickly you can build a website. You can change the backgrounds, you can change everything about it. The other thing it does is it creates a mobile view so that you can check that your site is going to look good on mobile as well. And it allows you to check mobile, desktop, and tablet. So here's what it will look like on a tablet. It's again pretty good. And here's what it's going to look like on a phone. Obviously, it narrows it all down, puts everything more in line, but it's super responsive and works really well. This is when you notice that things like this, the gradient doesn't work so well on the phone because the black text is hidden a little bit. We'll change that in a minute, but what you can do is change this if you know the resolution of your phone. So if you know that your phone is, say, an older iPhone 5, for example, with a smaller screen, you can change that resolution down a little bit and it'll adjust the website for you so you can see what it will look like. Equally, if your phone's a little bit bigger, you can change it up a bit. And again, you can see how it looks. So we close this. So what we can do is, when it comes down here, click on the background bit, settings here, then click on mobile. And you enable custom settings for your mobile device, and you change the background type to color, make it white, done. Close that, save it. And now when we look at mobile view, what you'll see is that on the mobile, so you see the little buy button fly down, on the mobile version there's no gradient there, but on the desktop version there should be. If it's worked, there's the gradient. So you see, you can create variations to suit each different platform that you're going to be looking at it on. So that is how you create a very simple site on here, which, as you can see, is great for anything in terms of sales. If you want to set up a website that just tells everyone about you, you can do that. You can set up a website to sell stuff. You can also do something that I've done just as a demo for some of the guys at my church. We want to set up a website for a church. I'd show you what I did with it. Okay, so here is what I created. It took me about, realistically, probably about 90 minutes to create this whole thing. So I created this website for the new community worship team. It says who we are along the top. So you can see there's a nice little thing. Also, these images, they grow a little bit when you click on them. It's how to join the team, what we believe, who we are. And when you click on each of these things, you click here, this will take you through to the next site. Shows you who's in the team. Their pictures move a little bit, just add a little bit of interesting stuff to it. Here's what we believe, a little bit about what we believe. So a little bit of movement. and what we believe. Now obviously this isn't what we believe, this is just some Lorem Ipsum type text because it was a mock-up site just to show people what we can do. So that is how great Igloo is. Now once it's saved, you head back here. You can create new pages, you can link them all together, you can export them to WordPress really easily. There's a little plugin you can use which allows you to directly import your pages from Igloo into your WordPress site. So there's no coding required anywhere. There's some other great features with it which I don't have time to go into today, but all I can say is that Igloo is by far the easiest website creation tool that I've ever come across, that allows you to create websites really quickly, but also that gives them that little bit of that sheen, that professional looking sheen. So the buttons moving, the pictures being nicely placed, the pictures moving when you hover your mouse over them, all those little things allow you to create a website that is so good, and people will think that you've paid thousands and thousands of pounds or thousands of dollars, depending where you are, to create this website, but actually you've done it all yourself. And that is the beauty of Igloo. There's more information on the page below, so do take a look, and it would be great if you have a look at this. I'm going to throw in a few bonuses if you click through this link here and decide to buy it. And yeah, so thank you for listening, and good luck with all your website creation plans.